Well, coming off of a pretty solid pay-per-view last night, Money in the Bank, we kick off Raw this week from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, with a drum roll. And who would come out but the new Raw GM, Brad Maddox. Awesome. God, this was a great opening start to the show. But then Cena would interrupt, and something he would do. But Maddox gets the Brad Maddox era off to a rip-roaring start by allowing John Cena to pick who he's going to bury. I mean, who his opponent's going to be at SummerSlam. And after that, we get an appearance by the WWE Championship Money in the Bank winner from last night, one Randall Keith Orton. I'm sure Chase Oliver just loved it. And then we get Fandango with his hot dancer friend Summer Rae. Oh my God, she's hot. Whew. But basically, what this is doing, it's setting up the opening match because Fandango and Orton start going in and getting into it, and this was actually a very good opening match. And Orton wins, as he should have. He won with the RKO out of nowhere, but what I thought was funny about this is that he didn't have to go looking for any gopher holes. He just went ahead and did it. So it was a very good opening segment. Brad Maddox's era as GM is off to a great start. Alright, then we see Mark Henry in the ring. And he's not making any excuses for what happened to him last night, and even though they should have done him better, he should not have had to tap out. But it just kind of is what it is. But he's just basically putting Cena over, and he's just saying that y'all would have tapped yourselves if you'd been in that mood. But anyway. But then we get the Shield. They appear, and they come down to attack Henry. And I mean, Mark Henry is the world's strongest man after all. And I mean, he held his own there for a little while, but even Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, is not immune to the triple power bomb. And I'm thinking what we're gonna get here, now that he's probably out of the title picture, we're probably going to see a Mark Henry face turn. I'm not sure if that's the best thing for him, because I think he's a natural monster heel, because he basically is a monster, but hey, it'd be interesting to see where they go with him with this. Or who knows, maybe they'll bring back sexual chocolate or something, I don't know. Well, earlier on the night, we saw Dolph Ziggler kicking AJ Lee to the curb after she cost him the the World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank. And so they get the rematch. And pretty standard ADR and Ziggler match. It was very good. I mean, these two have great chemistry in the ring and all. But you know the term, or the saying, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned? Oh, that really applies to this, because AJ rang the bell prematurely on Ziggler after he was going for a big move, and he was kind of distracted, and so Del Rio ends up kicking Ziggler in the back of the head for the 1-2-3, and Ziggler loses. But that's not all, folks, because AJ goes all batshit crazy on him and starts hitting him and everything, and by the time he turns around, what do you know? We got Big E Langston, the big dummy himself. Oh, gosh. You knew this was going to happen sooner or later. It's just going to be funny to see what happens between these two. I'm guessing this is going to be another match at SummerSlam. But it's just going to be interesting to see how they make Dolph Ziggler on his own. Are they actually going to give him some sort of a big push or something where he'll actually be able to shine on his own without those two albatrosses around him? Yeah. I'll believe it when I see it, but it'll be nice. It would be nice. So R-Truth ends up coming down into the ring, and then we get another appearance by the Wyatt family. And And even though I do like this, I like this group. Even if they do look like the 2013 edition of Deliverance and all, but it, don't we already have a group that's coming down and attacking people? I think that's kind of the Shield's job. I'm just kind of throwing it out there, but you got the Wyatt family doing this as well. They took out Kane last week, and now they're taking out R-Truth, and then this segment ends by Kane, follow the buzzards. I mean, I'm guessing this will probably be another setup for a match at SummerSlam 2, Bray Wyatt against Kane. You don't really think he's going to join the Wyatt family now, do you? I sure hope not. Well, they showed this video last night. It's they just opened this new WWE Performance Center down in Florida at Full Sail University. Oh, I guess it's a good excuse to get God on television. I guess if he's God, can you say that Steph has got us? I mean, I think that would only make sense. Well, you can call Steph a lot of things. You can call her a MILF. You can call her this and that. But I guess it's a good excuse to get God and God us on television in some kind of a video package. So in one of the only real lowlights of this show, you had a tag team match. I guess Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro are now a team called the Real Americans. Oh, God. Well, Cesaro has been a tag team wrestler before. In fact, he was for the majority of his career, like an ROH. It's like, how about, if you're going to put Cesaro on a tag team, why not, here's a thought, why not bring Cassius Ohno up to the main roster instead of teaming him with Jack Swagger and have him be managed by Yosemite Sam, Dutch Mantel, Zeb Coulter, or whatever the hell you want to call him, But it was a poll on the WWE app where the three teams could face the Real Americans, whether it be the Usos, Tons of Funk, or the Primetime Players. I would have personally liked to have seen the Primetime Players, but we got the Usos, and the Usos won in about 4 or 5 minutes. That's all. So then we have a match with the SmackDown Money in the Bank winner, Damian Sandow, and he ends up taking on Christian, and it seems like what they're doing with Sandow, now he's the Money in the Bank holder, I really hope they're not going to do the same thing that they did with Ziggler last year when he was holding the Money in the Bank. It's like Sandow was jobbing before he won the Money in the Bank, and then he wins it on Sunday night, and now he's back to jobbing again. Is this what the World Heavyweight Championship Money in the Bank winner does? I mean, seriously? But then we get Cody Rhodes coming out to attack him, and I'm guessing this will probably be another match at SummerSlam, so we're getting some good build for SummerSlam already, and we're finally getting a Cody Rhodes face turn, and it's probably about time. And speaking of the WWE app, there's a video on there where Ricky Guerrero is picketing outside, or not outside, but in the balcony area or in the walkway area where I think she's basically just petitioning to try to get her job back. But to give me an idea as to how much people hate Vicky Guerrero, she was getting the shit booted out of her in the walkway area. So what does that tell you? Okay, then you had a random Divas match between Brie Bella and Naomi, which actually wasn't a terrible match because Naomi is probably the best athlete on the Divas roster. So it actually was a pretty decent match for a Divas match. I think it was actually better than that tag team match earlier. Alright, then your 2-hour main event segment was CM Punk. He's in the ring and he's looking for Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. You know, I know you're in the building. Please show your face, this and that, But So Heyman does come out there and he cuts a really personal promo. I mean, talking about his history with Punk from 2005 upwards, you know. He's talking about how I betrayed you because you cannot beat Brock Lesnar. And then he kind of mocks him doing his clobbering time bit, and what do you know, Heyman comes, or excuse me, Brock Lesnar's out there and he's down the ring, and then Heyman kind of gets around him, and Heyman's done more interference than in this segment than he's done for a while. He attacks Punk from behind, and Punk and Lesnar go at it. They go at it for a few minutes, and then, I mean, Punk held it up with him tooth and nail, but then again, but as it turned out, Lesnar grabbed Punk and he gave him the F5 into and on the announce table. So I'm guessing this is. I mean, they've been speculating on this for a while now, that this is going to be a SummerSlam match, and it's exactly what it's going to be. If it's not going to be the main event, it's probably going to be like the co-main event, or like the match before the main event. So I'm really, really, really interested to see this match. Then a couple other segments. They hype the show Total Divas, which is going to be on E starting on July 28th, which is it's some of you people that know me, July 28th is not a great day for me, but I won't go into specifics, but then you had a segment with Brad Maddox along with Steph and God there, and Maddox is thinking he got the job because he's the best man for the job. It's like, no, you just happen to be there at the right place at the right time, basically. But all right, then there was a match that Brad Maddox made earlier in the night between RVD and Y2J. God, is this 2013 or is this 2002? But I thought, when I was watching this match, I thought maybe I was in a time warp or something, back to my early 30s or something. But anyway, people were chanting in the first part of the match, like, "You still got it, you still got it," to RVD. It's like, evidently those people don't watch TNA or something, because I think in the last 2 or 3 years when RVD was in TNA, I thought he was pretty much going through the motions, but with that being said, he was in the ring with Y2J, and Jericho can make a broomstick look good, seriously. But I thought this match went a little bit too long, and it was pretty slow at first, but it finally picked up, and it really was a great match once we got towards the end. Even though this match went about 25 minutes, RVD lived up to his name of No Job Rob, and he hit the 5-star frog splash, and your winner is RVD. I thought it really was a pay-per-view quality match. Not just for 2002, I think it would have been this year as well. So then we come up to the John Cena decision. And no, Cena's not going to take his talents to South Beach or anything like that, but it's the decision about who he will face at SummerSlam. I mean, yeah, he throws out a bunch of names and that kind of thing, but quite honestly, there's only one choice for this, and that's yes, 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 and that is one Daniel Bryan, and it's really the only choice he could make, and they've been speculating about this match for a long time, or at least for the last month or so as well. So, well, the only question I have about this match is, will there be a Bella in each corner in this match? How funny would this be? I suppose if they want if they want to hype the Total Divas show more, they can certainly do that because you got Daniel dating one of the Bellas. I think he's dating Brie, I think. And then you got John dating Nikki, so that will be an interesting subplot as we get closer to SummerSlam. So I'm really interested in seeing this match too, and hopefully Cena doesn't do the same thing that he did to Ryback and to Mark Henry. Hopefully Vince will be smart here and actually put the belt on Daniel Bryan, and not have Randy Orton cash in Money in the Bank at SummerSlam. As far as my final thoughts on this show, I thought this was a very solid show. I really did. Outside of maybe the Divas match, but even the Divas match wasn't that bad. I actually thought it was better than the tag team match with the Usos and the Real Americans. But you guys, I mean, we're about 4 or 5 weeks away from SummerSlam, and we're already getting some great build to it already. It looks like we've already got about 3 matches set up. So, as far as that goes, I thought it was a really solid show. The Brad Maddox general manager era is off to a great start, as I said in the open. So, I am Marvelous Mark, and I will see y'all later.